Hey there, and happy Tuesday. I had to think of the day. I feel like I've been working all day for my team meeting tomorrow, which is Wednesday. And so in my mind, it kind of feels like it's Wednesday already. Today, if you're in the local area, I want to hear what you guys are doing on this snowy day. Local schools are closed. If you don't live by me, that's what's happening here. We got a few inches of snow, and tomorrow it's supposed to blow. So I'm kind of like anticipating maybe having to change my team meeting, but I love seeing my team and having us gather here in my home. So I'm hoping that will work. And I just finished my swaps for our team meeting before I came live here too, so that they're all ready to go with the hopes that the team meeting will still carry through. All right. So if you ever, like when you see me going live, I always put like the title as what I'm going to be working with. And if you look at that and go, why is Belle using the Yeti to Party stamp set with the Yeti dies, when the Yeti dies was a promotion back in September. This is why. Hi there, Lois. So I have put together today's card, pulling back out my Yeti dies, because if you looked on my page at all today, you'll see that there's going to be a clearance rack refresh on December 1st. And I'm glad that Lois is here live, because Lois's party is still active. And then every month I start my own host code and give you a special too for ordering. Usually it's cards and such. Hey there, Lisa. There's going to be blue in my card today. And the reason that I'm super excited about today's card is with the clearance rack refresh, they've hinted, and normally like they'll tell us that there's going to be retired products, say from the annual catalog and that, but they have let us know that there's going to be the retired dies from the Perfect Partners promotion, which was back, I'm pretty sure in September. So there was Yeti dies to go with the Yeti stamp set. So I wanted to bring those back out just as a reminder that those were awesome. They still are awesome. And that to put that on your wish list if you thought you forgot them or missed them back in September. And another one that I know some of you missed out on were the piggy dies. Maybe tomorrow my card that I'm going to be demoing might be using the piggy dies too, because I can get those out and that'll give you an idea of, do I really need or want those dies? Yeah, they're pretty cool. So with that, let me get my my camera turned around here and get my card so that you can see it. I think it's so cute. It's kind of putsy, but aren't the putsy ones kind of cute? We always say that about food, like we can't eat Subway in the car because it's too messy, but messy is like always good food. So this is putsy, but so fun. Is it Christmas Yeti? And just love those dies. And I think the Yeti is so cute. Back when the promotion was going on, I actually made him in green, if you remember, and made him kind of like a Halloween monster with googly eyes. So if you go, oh yeah, that was that. So that's where that was last I used it for showing you guys. And then the other product, well, let me start here before I get too far ahead of my excitement. So the stamp set's in the mini catalog, and that is on page 38. So if you get excited on December 1st, or for those of you November 30th that want to stay up at 1 a.m. and start ordering, if you see the dies on the clearance rack refresh, don't forget to get the stamp set too, unless you already have it. So this will be retiring on the retiring list. So I wanted to let people know that. And yeah, I'm trying to see here, the Yeti, can you tell I've made lots of notes regarding my carryover. So there's clearance rack refresh, and then the carryover sale also starts December 1st. So there's going to be a lot going on. And when I look up Yeti to Party, that is going to be 60% off for $7.20. Seriously, guys, if you're like on the fence, like I have spent a lot more money on worse things than $7.20 for an adorable stamp set. So I'm really excited about that. I have no idea what the dies are going to be priced at, but I'm sure that there's going to be a great reduction in that too. The other products in my card here, I'm using the Snowflake 12 by 12 specialty vellum, and you can see like I've almost used up all the pieces that had the pretty snowflakes. For each sheet, there's a vellum version and like a metallic version. So today's card has like my snowy snowflakes on them, and then there's the metallic silver on there. So the Snowflake 12 by 12 specialty vellum on December 1st will be 20% off, and that will be just $8 for that. Let me set that aside. And then the other thing that I'm using on this, which you really can't tell in the video, it's like velvety. And Lisa says, perfect card for today. It is so right. I think once I saw that memo of what was going to be on sale and stuff, I'm like, oh, I could just dig in. I think that's also why my card turned out putsy today, because I just want to snuggle into my craft room and do putsy, crafty stuff. And with that, like to have this velvety paper, that's just like, oh, like you could just like go like this and go, oh, this is cozy. So that is called the Snowy White 12 by 12 velvet sheets. Now these are going to be 60% off as well. You get 2 sheets per package, $2, guys. And like anything like this, I usually just cut chunks at a time. It's not like you're making a full card front. So $2 for this is great. Like you could replicate this card literally $2, $8, and with each package make several cards. The stamp set's going to be $7.20, and the dies, who knows, but I'm expecting that will be reasonably priced too in an exciting way. So with that, I don't know if any of you guys look closely after I post my videos, but every time I do my video and post my still shot, every post has a link to all the supplies used. And I won't be able, I'm thinking, to put the Yeti dies on the supply list of this card because they're not currently available. I sometimes run into that if I give you a sneak peek of something that's not currently orderable too. So I'm thinking that the Yeti dies I won't be able to put into my link, but I'm going to list it on the list of supplies used, just so if you do use that as kind of a tool to help you when ordering, then you'll know kind of what to look for. Thanks, Kay. All right, so I should get started making this because it does take a little bit of time to run everything through, but I'm not going anywhere tonight, so when I have to make up a whole stack of these to send out as thank yous for those that have ordered the month of November, it'll be quite fun. All right, so this is kind of my color combination that I'm working with here. I've got balmy blue, basic white, that's snowy white velvet sheets, and then I've got my Snowflake 12 by 12 specialty vellum. So that's kind of my color combination there. So we've got that, and then I think I always have to think, like, where did I start? So let me pull over my cut and emboss machine because a lot happens with this today, and you guys know me, if I ever have any tips or suggestions, I'm going to give them to you. So my tip or suggestion when starting to make this card is, okay, I want like kind of this big snowy backdrop here because that's where a Yeti lives, is in the snow, right? And side note, I was terrified to watch growing up, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because of the Yeti, like terrified, scared to death. Like, so that's my little backstory. So to get this velvety background, I cut it 4 inches because that's going to be the width of the card. And then knowing I would need about 3 inches, give or take, because of the die that I'm using. And who's laughing at me about that? All I see is laughing emojis, but I never know who it's from. It's probably better that way. Hi, Lene. So with that, I know I needed about 3 inches, like I said, give or take, because of the die being used. So I'm cutting a 6-inch strip, so 4 inches by 6 inches, because of, okay, so Kay said, Kay's laughing and Lisa's laughing too, but hey, I'm human. I can watch it now. All right, so the reason I did a 6-inch strip here is because I'm going to get out my basic borders dies, and part of the basic borders dies just has this little thing that's stitched. And I say this little thing, I don't know what you would describe this as. It could be a hill, it could be a snowdrift, just kind of a little landscape thing. So I always like to show you what else is in the basic borders dies so you can go, oh yeah, I do have that, or oh, I wanted to get that. So These are from the annual catalog. So what I do is just take and put that 4" by 6" chunk of my velvety white sheet here and just kind of put that like in the middle. Literally just put it in the middle, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. Okay, so I'll run that through. And now we have, after that, these two, like this, just cut it in half, right? So we've got these 2 sheets, and so I can use one for my card like this and one for my card like this. And you go, does snow really look like that? Well, I like how this turned out, and it looks like that, so we can go with that. And then just to show you the difference, I'm going to set that one aside, and I'm going to use this one for today's card, and it does have that fun little stitched edge there too. Hi there, Sharon. So now I'm going to just do a little bit, no, actually I'm going to do some more die cutting. It's going to start doing kind of just the background assembly, but there's going to be a reason why I want to do some more die cutting. Okay. And maybe I'll just start stamping away and then do a whole bunch of die cutting. This card took a bit to put together today, just to think all the pieces through and how much I really wanted to add and such. But in a fun way, because there's so many cute little pieces. Like if you see in the stamp set here, there's lots of different sentiments for both birthday and Christmas. And like I couldn't choose if I wanted to put like the hot cocoa mug in there. There's even like an ice cream cone. There's snowflakes, there's presents. And let me show you the die set, because they all can get cut out with the dies too. And I'll get to that here in a second. So because my Yeti is pretty big, I'm just going to ink him up like so, and then stamp him out on some basic white cardstock. So we've got that, and then I'm just going to keep stamping away. Eventually we're going to need a couple presents, and I don't know if I'm going to cut all these at the same time, just because we all know how that can lead to things kind of moving around. But these are the things that are going to need to be cut out after being stamped and stuff. Hey there, Fran. Nice to see you on here. So those get stamped first, but then there's some things that just get die cut too. All right, so here are the Yeti dies, and if you're just joining in, these are anticipated to be on the clearance rack, and just keep in mind, things go super fast when the clearance rack goes live on December 1st. So I might actually, because I'm a night owl, stay up till 1 a.m. to start ordering. So we've got these dies here. And those are just the dies that I'm not using today. So we've got lots of those cute little dies. And then my pile here that I'm using today will have the images that I just stamped out today, like the Yeti, and my couple of little presents here, like so. Oops. I heard that ping, and oh, there it went. I'm like, man, if I lost that right in the middle of the video, I'll be really upset. And then the banner die there too. So these are the pieces that I'm going to cut out now, and these are going to be kind of my snow-capped mountains. These kind of look like they could be little penguin feet or something too, don't they? All right, so let me run this through like so, and let's just put that here and here. And as long as I'm doing that, I think I'm just going to grab a tiny little scrap here of white. And Lisa's watching, so she'll say, yay, Belle's using up her scraps. And with that, I'm going to run through my mountain tops too. So I'm going to put that on there like so and run this through. So these are the ones that are the non-stamped images. Wow, things are flying today. Okay, so I've got this and that, and then these tiny little pieces here, and the one came through. Where's my take your pick tool? The other one needs to be poked out here. All right, and I'll lift that up. Okay, so that's set aside, and then I'm going to just continue with the die cutting so that I can start with the coloring and assembly all at once next. So let's line him up here. And like I said, I'll see if these want to cooperate to go through at the same time. Hold on. Now I moved one thing and everything else might want to move. Okay, so I'm going to see what wants to come through with this? Nope. Okay. Otherwise, we'll just, like I said, I'd rather have everything look nice. So we're just going to put him through first and then do the other things. I'm still using my Retired, which is fine to use. I can't promote it, but my Retired magnetic platform for things like this. And so if you saw it kind of wanted to jump a little bit. So now I'm going to see if I can get these things to go through. So now I can line up that one. And I can't wait till Stampin' Up! Gets their new magnetic issue fixed with that. So these two are going to want to go through next. And then we'll hit that banner, and then all of our die cutting will be done. And then it'll be the fun part of showing you how this kind of all comes together. So one last pass. And like I said, this is like the perfect project. Well, Lisa said it's a perfect project because it's a snowy day, but it is kind of the perfect putsy project for snowy days. And it's funny how like our mindset with patience changes when it comes to things like that. You might go, oh, I don't have time. Like yesterday I gave you guys a Christmas card that could be quick and easy to assemble for a lot. And some of you, like my friend Pam, who loves to die cut, she might go, this is perfect. So, because she loves all the little die cut things that there are. All right, so got all of that done here. So we've got that piece, present, banner. And then what I'm going to do next is color. And I always like to get a little bit closer when it comes to coloring. Hey there, Amy. Nice to have you on here. Okay, so for this, I'm going to do a lot with the Balmy Blue. And this is the light balmy blue. Didn't want to kind of overshadow the Yeti, but I wanted to add just a nice light blue color to him. So I'm just going to fill in his face. And like I said, just with all light blue, not outlining anything to make him look any darker. And then his horns, I'm going to make blue too, because we're going to imagine that those got really cold and kind of froze. And then the banner, I want to coordinate to the card and make that light blue too. So just kind of do a quick color in of that. And then next I'm going to take the light pale papaya and just going to color in only his tongue there. And I felt like it would look empty if I didn't do anything. So the pale papaya is kind of a nice little soft look. So that's done. And then for the present here, I took my shaded spruce blends and got those out. And I'm just going to outline the present here in the dark shaded spruce, like so. And then with the light, I'm going to fill in the little bow here at the top and just kind of color right across there to blend the light and the dark together, and that's done. So the coloring part goes really pretty quick. And same with Sweet Sorbet. I thought about doing something a little bit more bold and red, but I kind of like just the lighter red that the Sweet Sorbet. It's not really pink, but just a lighter red. And so I thought that would be kind of fun and festive to use that to fill in. So outline with the dark, fill in with the light, like so. So we've got that going. Hi there, Lynette. Hopefully you're staying snugly warm. Okay, so now to assemble, I better pop this back up or I'm going to lose my my workspace here. Whoops. I'm going to get my tools out of the way. All right, so here we have these pieces that I've kind of cut ahead of time. So this this piece of that snowflake vellum is cut 4 inches by 3 inches. And what I'm going to do is kind of start by assembling that first. So I'm just going to take one strip here of my seal adhesive, and this will sometimes show under vellum. Not as much I'm noticing with the snowflake because I think it's a little bit thicker and with the snowy pattern, but I still didn't want to have anything show. And I know I'm going to eventually put a little sentiment here, so I'm just going to put the tiniest little strip there, and this is going to hold that down decently where it'll stay put. So I have that. And then next, I know that I'm going to put this here, But before I do that, I'm going to assemble these little snow-capped mountains here for you. So I'm going to take my first snow-capped mountain. I'm also going to give you a tip that I learned. So I'm putting my glue dot, or assembling that so that my glue dot's kind of towards the bottom here. Hi, Angie. And the bigger snow cap goes on the bigger one. And when I first wanted to just put it on the top like that, I'm like, that just doesn't fit well. So they kind of, and that's why I want you to put the glue dot. Oh, my glue dot didn't stick. I need to go back. There we go. Now it's stuck. So I kind of put it on the top. So it actually wants to stick up and over like that. And then it fits it like it should as a nice cone like that. And then I'm just going to repeat that same thing here with my next glue dot there like so. And then this one will want to just kind of be on the top like so. It sticks, but we're going to have some of that sticking up like that. And now all I have to do is put some more of my adhesive. Whoops, make sure it's on the back side. Hello. Okay, we've got that, and I want to make sure and get that adhesive off that I started to stick on there. There it is. Okay, so knowing I want to put this on here like so, then what I do is just hold it down with my fingers, and then I just tuck this in here like so, and then this in here like so. And now I take this and flip it over and do that. So that's really easy to eye, no guesswork. And so that stays on there like so. And this is ready to go. Hi there, Fern. Thanks for popping in. Whoops, I'm just going to make sure that that levels up with the sides and everything. So now we have that velvety snow front that I wanted. And then I can start to assemble by putting on my characters. So once everything is kind of all taken care of with cutting out, it does really assemble pretty quick. Oops. So I'm going to put some dimensionals all on the back side of this guy. I'm hoping when my husband comes back in from moving snow, he doesn't look like this guy as far as being snow covered. It looks pretty calm out there tonight. I'm hoping it stays that way too. All right, so I've got him popped up, and I'm just going to set him kind of down in this corner here. And then I'm going to take my glue dots again and just put like one glue dot on one of the banner edges and then another glue dot on the other banner edge here. And just kind of put that from hand to hand, and that's going to stick like that. And then for my presents, I want those to pop up too, so I'm going to put a regular dimension on the larger present, and then those mini dimensionals are so perfect. They're so tiny. And I'm going to put that on my smaller present here like so. And then those can be just kind of laying in the snow like that. So we've got that. So that just kind of puts all those pieces together. Thanks, Lynette. Like I said, I have to kind of be in the mood to be putsy, and today I was. So then the next thing that I'm going to do is grab a piece, and I forgot to grab a little chunk here. Here's one of basic white cardstock, and then that's going to be for my sentiment. So for that, I'm going to open up my Balmy Blue ink pad here. And let's see, I'm going to set this aside, and that's where it comes in. Is it Christmas Yeti? And I'm reaching for my stamping mat. Part of this is like my whole area is getting filled up. It's like, where's my stamping mat? Underneath my cut and emboss machine. All right, is it Christmas Yeti? So I'm just going to stamp that out in the Balmy Blue. And then I'm going to get out my double oval punch. So these are meant to mat together and layer. And so I'm going to use the larger one that has kind of that nice scallop look to it. Just pop that in, center it, and that's going to pop right out. And remember when I took and put that adhesive here, well, that's exactly where that's going to go. But first I'm going to put just a couple dimensionals behind that. And then that's going to sit up here like that right over top. How fun is that? Now I did think about adding even more to this card, and I always like to tell you what I kind of was thinking about, but what didn't come through. So there's also a fun scarf die that has like some ridges in there too. Hi there, Carla. Like this would be an over the top card, Carla, like your Grinch whole project too, but I probably shouldn't share that in case it's a secret. All right, so I did cut out from some of the leftover pieces of that snowflake vellum, the scarf, but I kind of felt like, oh, I don't know, it kind of took away from my Yeti here by adding that scarf. It's not bad, but just kind of like, I just didn't like it so much. And then as far as accessories, what I thought matched perfectly are the iridescent pearls basic jewels. And these kind of, it's the best way to describe it. There's that iridescent shimmer shine that kind of takes on whatever color you're using in a couple different sizes. I thought about putting that like on the bottom or somewhere, but I kind of felt because there was so many different things on here already that wouldn't add to the card. I don't know if it would take away from the card, but it just didn't add. So I left off accessories, which is really unusual for me. So now I am ready to go to the inside. Oh, thanks, Lisa. And for that, I just took several of the images from the stamp set, Holiday Hugs, and then they have the ampersand. So I put Holiday Hugs and Winter Wishes, and then I took a couple of the snowflakes, and I love lining it all up like on my work station here so that I can get it all straight and then put it on one single stamp so that I'm not having to stamp 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate times, especially because I'm going to be using one ink pad here, which is the Balmy Blue again. So I can just ink all of that up at once and then just have that as the inside sentiment there. So Holiday Hugs and Winter Wishes with a couple of the different snowflakes that is in that stamp set. So for those of you that are just joining, I'm super excited because December 1st, the stamp set's going to be $7.20. And the dies are supposedly coming back on the clearance rack refresh. So if this is something that you were thinking it wasn't taking top priority, but maybe you wanted it, now would be, or December 1st would be a good time. So there you have the inside to match the outside. So if you're wondering what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the night, making a whole stack of these. So that's how that's going to go on this snowy day. Thank you, Kay. All right, so I'm kind of getting back here to the end of the month and the end of my card demos for you guys. So that's card number 7 out of my series of 8. Tomorrow I'll probably be coming a little earlier to you because my hopes are that I can still have my tea meeting here tonight, or I mean tomorrow night, excuse me, weather pending and such. And so I kind of want to get my video in so that that stays on track, and then I can be ready for my team, and then also to allow me time to make up all the copies of that last card so that I can get those thank you packets out in the mail to you for those that have ordered. So if you're wondering if you still want these set of cards for the month of November, you can earn them for free, all 8, with using the host code that I have posted here, and with a $75 minimum order. Otherwise, if you just want the cards, they're $25 for the set, and that includes the postage to mail them out to you. So thank you guys so much. I'm glad that that you enjoyed today's card and didn't think it was too putsy. I try not to get too carried away, but you know, I've always said when it's kind of extra cute, then it's worth the time too. So see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Stay safe and warm tonight. Bye-bye.